God is moving here at TheView.Church. We have committed to being a church that is necessary by knowing Christ, being fully devoted disciples of Christ, doing the will of God, and giving of our time, talents, and treasures. God has truly blessed our faithfulness, and by His grace, our church has had a thriving year. Let's take a look back at all that God has been doing in our church. In January, we set the tone with Vision Weekend, followed by our annual MLK Ecumenical Service where we celebrated 4 community heroes. This was followed by the launch of our Debutantes for Christ and a leadership training as we consecrated pastors, elders, ministers, deacons, and ministry leaders at the consecration service. In February, we had our first Friday family outing, which was well attended. Then we served over 100 singles and couples during our Love Is weekend. And because of your faithful gifts, we blessed other ministries through a $50,000 gift to the Baptist Foundation of California. Then we connected students with college opportunities at Super Sunday and celebrated culture and community at our Soul Food Fest before ending the month by honoring our kingdom builders. In March, we began our March to Easter with our outreach and our annual March Madness basketball tournament, leading to an amazing Easter week. It began with the launch of upgrades to our worship center on Palm Sunday, followed by a week of worship activities including the relaunch of our children and students ministries, an Easter egg hunt that served over 700 families, and the launch of a third service on Easter Sunday, where we hosted over 1,600 people on campus. We had 4 salvations, 13 students decided to be baptized, and we added new members to our church. In April, we had a special photo shoot for mothers with young children. Our youth had a few amazing outings together, and we served our community through Menifee Better Together. We also had a men's breakfast that served nearly 100 men and held our first joint service with our sister church, Volse, a Sunday that hosted over 1,100 people in on-campus attendance. In May, summer began, and we celebrated our mothers as over 200 joined us in attendance at our pre-Mother's Day tea. This was followed by an explosive Sunday at our Mother's Day services as we honored mothers. And because of your faithful giving, we were also able to provide lunch for our local police department. In June, our men's breakfast made a triumphant return. Then, we launched a powerful summer Bible study series on much discussed topics. And we celebrated as our pastor was voted in for a second year as the president of the National African American Fellowship of the SBC. We also honored dads and grads at our Dads and Grads Sunday, sent a host of kingdom builders on mission to share the gospel in Jamaica, and our youth had an epic night out, skating and fellowshipping. And this was followed by a special time during our annual Daddy-Daughter Dance. In July, we began our journey to spiritual renewal. We began by having an awesome time together at our family reunion at Lake Skinner, followed by the launch of our GAP ministry for young adults ages 18 to 24. We also launched our Wednesday night worship services called Worship in the Word, went before the Lord together in 6 a.m. weekday prayer, and had our very first student renewal week, which included a Bible study, a paint and pray, a lock-in, and more. We served over 200 children and students at VBS, where 39 children gave their lives to Christ. And we ended the month with our Spiritual Renewal Week services, which were full of vibrant worship and a meaningful time before the Lord. In August, we blessed over 600 children and families with free school supplies via our Great Big Backpack giveaway, leading to a special first Sunday in worship where over 1,500 people joined us for worship on campus and online. Our men hosted a father-son bowling outing that was filled to capacity. Our seniors had connection and fun at their game day, and our Gap Ministry young adults had a great time racing go-karts, then grabbing some food afterwards. Our youth had an end of summer bonfire. Our couples had a great time at the movies for date night. Our women had an excellent women's breakfast, and so much more has happened that it is hard to put it into words. But we are thankful. We are thankful for God's continued faithfulness in all that He has done this year, including 40 baptisms, over 150 new members, and more than 1,000 first-time visitors to our campus this year. As we prepare for fall, our season of giving, we want to begin by simply giving God thanks. God did it. God is doing it even now, and we know He will continue to do more than we can ask or imagine. Lord, thank you. As God continues to work amongst us, we will continue to serve, we will continue to give, and we will continue to pursue the Lord together. We are better together, and together we will finish the year the way we began. View strong, united as one, and doing the will of God.